Well, here we are. I couldn't help myself. Apparently, Victoria's Chief Health Officer says you will not be judged if you turn up to get vaccinated reluctantly or if you've previously had a different view on vaccinations. Brett Sutton says staff will be delighted to see you and are there to support your vaccination. Well, let's get through one thing. These rat tests don't work because if this guy's tested on one and he hasn't come up as a rat, they're not working. So we've got that out of the way. So let's.
Even if you're just starting, we're here to support you to get vaccinated. You will not be judged if you've not been vaccinated up until now. You will not be judged if you're coming with.
Funnily enough, Brett, us that haven't decided to partake in your program, we ain't judging you for partaking in your program. So, yeah, you can say this and try and make out that you're our friend, but hey, nobody's listening to you.
With some reluctance or having had a different view about vaccination in the past, we will be delighted to see you. We'll be delighted to.
If anything, my view about this stuff right now is stronger than ever. And the more and more we're seeing around the world that your wheels are falling off, and we're going to catch up with you very soon. I know it's tough out there for some of you folks. I know I'm struggling through it too. I'm hearing lots of stories of people that are holding the line and they're dragging it out trying to break us. Now they're trying to suck up your ass to try and get you to partake. This is the time when you need to put your foot down, and those people that are going to go and get involved in this booster program, they need to put their foot down too.
To support you in getting vaccinated, and the teams here in Sandown and across the state are unanimous in being enthusiastic about being able to vaccinate people to protect everyone. There have been more than 130,000 5 to 11-year-olds who've so far received their first dose. That's more than 1 in 4 children.
And wow, and you're proud of this. You know, like, I'm serious. Like, even if they turned around tomorrow and the world turned around tomorrow and said this is all crap, there'll be still people walking around with masks on, and there'll be still those people that would sell their children out and get them protected with this supposed stuff, just because they're caught up in the whole psyop. I'm going to look at a couple other things. Hang on. The wheels are falling off this. Look at this guy, their UK Prime Minister. Have a listen.
Turn to Plan A in England and allow Plan B regulations to expire. As a result, from the start of Thursday next week, mandatory certification will end. Organisations can, of course, choose to use the NHS COVID pass voluntarily, but we will end the compulsory use of COVID status certification in England. From now on, the government is no longer asking people to work from home. And people should now speak to their employers about arrangements for returning to the office. And having looked at the data carefully, the Cabinet concluded that once regulations lapse, the government will no longer mandate the wearing of face masks anywhere. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, from tomorrow we will no longer require face masks in classrooms, and the Department for Education will shortly remove national guidance on their use in communal areas. In the country at large, we will continue to suggest the use of face coverings in enclosed or crowded spaces, particularly when you come into contact with people you don't normally meet, but we will trust the judgment of the British people and no longer criminalise anyone who chooses not to wear one. The government will also ease restrictions further, and my right honourable friend, the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, will set out plans in the coming days. Mr. Speaker, as we return to Plan A, the House will know that some measures still remain, including those on self-isolation.
Wow, so there you go.
Turn to Plan A in
the wheels are falling off, you would assume. When are we going to catch up? Because how long are they going to keep up this crap? Because we're on a different program, it seems like. They're so desperate to get this stuff into people's bodies. And people are just going along. Like, even if they said tomorrow, oh, you don't have to wear the masks, people were still wearing them because they can't let go, and they're caught up, and their ego will take over, and they'll just be in denial. They'll fight against the government to keep it in place almost. We've got retail now. Retail stores are coming out and they're saying that they're really struggling because they've got no customers coming in because the fear has worked so well that they're caught in a Clayton's lockdown. They're pretty much locked down without being locked down. So that's the economy of the vaccinated for you, that the small retailers can't make a dollar because you've scared them all away. And I'm sure there's plenty of stories of that. How long are you going to keep putting up with this? You know, come on. Like, here's hoping that this is sort of stuff is going to start panning out the right way. Because, you know, I really feel for some people out there. They're really, you know, held their line here. And I think at the end, we will be right.
Today, and you may or may not know this, I gather maybe not. Okay. The COVID-19 vaccinations are now under criminal investigation with CID police station in Hammersmith in London. So, you know, Met Police investigation. This has come about as a result of the catastrophic death and injury figures to both adults and children across the UK. Yeah. We have a Metropolitan Police case number, which I can give to you later. Yeah. Also, this case is being acknowledged by the International Criminal Court in The Hague. Yeah. We have an application reference number for that as well. The filing has been acknowledged by the International Criminal Court on the 6th of December 2021. Yeah. We also have 1,100 pieces of evidence to present to you today.
To present to me?
Well, we can email it over, you know.
Because again, obviously, you've already got The Hague and the Met Police dealing with it, and I'm not saying we won't look at it, but obviously I'm a small player compared to some of those characters.
Yes, of course, but, you know, just letting you know we have the evidence to forward to you if you need it. So, as far as we're aware, all chief constables around the UK should now be aware of this case because, of course, it's an international situation. Yeah. And that is why we are here today, to ensure that you here at this police station and in the surrounding areas are aware of, and are upholding your duty and oath to protect the people of the UK.
Okay.
There is significant and irrefutable forensic evidence and hundreds of witness statements from victims, whistleblowers and experts to confirm serious harm, injury and death caused by the COVID-19 vaccines. This evidence is currently being gathered by Hammersmith Police. It is my understanding that they are overwhelmed with the amount of people coming forward to make statements. Now, if you were wondering, which I'm sure you are, why you have not yet heard about this, there is a deliberate...
Just a quick one, that'll be still. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, I'm passing these details on to the inspector.
Yeah, fine. Fine, Martin. Thank you. Sorry.
It's okay. There is a deliberate blanket campaign of misinformation underway by the government and the mainstream media.
Yeah.
The UK government controls mainstream media, and senior government ministers, civil servants and the media are implicated in the following alleged crimes. And evidence to support that has been submitted to Hammersmith CID. Crimes being cited are misfeasance in public office, misconduct in public office, conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm, conspiracy to administer a poisonous and noxious substance to cause serious harm and death, gross negligence manslaughter, corporate manslaughter, corruption, fraud, blackmail, murder, conspiracy to commit murder, terrorism, genocide, torture, crimes against humanity, false imprisonment, multiple breaches of our human rights, war crimes, multiple breaches of the Nuremberg Code 1947, multiple breaches of the Human Rights Act 1998, and I believe treason will also be added to that list a little later on down the line. I'm just going to have a sip of water.
That's right.
2 seconds. Sorry.
And as you can see, this is not just here, this is everywhere. And I'm telling you now, it's starting to unravel. As you can keep watching old mate present this bullshit to you every day, but at the end of the day, it's not right. And if you can't work out that it's not right, well, I don't know what to tell you, because this can't go on. Like, humans are a screwed up bunch. Yeah, remember this? Like, back in 2019, they wanted to punch Nazis, yeah? And now we're in this year, or whatever, and now we've got to show our papers. We've got to disclose our personal medical information in order to have access to things. Really? And you think it's bad of me to compare things? Yeah? Wow.
You said you've spoken. What is it exactly that you've said to the Premier?
We believe, we think that this approach, essentially to speak bluntly and with all due respect to the Premier and his experts, that basically their approach is defying all the 6 basic principles of good medical practice. So first, do no harm, to be vigilant, pay attention to the treatment, to be open and honest, to be collaborative amongst your colleagues. This is one of the major problems. We practice medicine in a way that we confer with our peers. We know that we're not the experts in everything. So we consult widely, particularly on the big problem, the big patients. Surgeons, I can tell you, will get together with their whole team on the difficult cases and hear from everyone. They'll do a multidisciplinary approach. We'll get psychiatrists in, nurses in, everyone in, to actually contribute. There's a closed shop. We don't even know the basis on which they're making these decisions. The other thing, that's part of the being humble principle as well.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt you there, because we do have to go. I think you've made the point clear there that the lockdown is costing lives.
Can I say Ali, one more thing. Everyone is saying this to us. They're thinking it in their hearts and they're pouring it out to us. Everyone's thinking the same thing. This attempt for viral elimination is irrational and unachievable. And simply, it is madness and it needs to stop. He needs to take on a second opinion urgently from doctors who know and can convey the story of the harm that is being caused by this approach. I'm sorry.
Doctor, thank you. No, I do appreciate it. I'm sorry we've run out of time. We appreciate you coming on.
Well, I can't even believe they allowed that to happen, Like, wow. Like, seriously, it's crazy. But anyway, it's not my best video because I'm a bit emotional at the moment, to be honest. Like, people are getting evicted, people can't get work. There's plenty of work out there, apparently. But, we've had people just drop us like hot potatoes, and it's really difficult. But anyway, good luck, and we'll keep fighting.